The loud kid, the angry kid, the one who couldn't sit still. They called me a problem before they ever tried to understand me. I was labeled before I was listened to. You're gonna end up in jail. You're bad news. You're not worth the trouble. And when you hear that enough times, it starts to feel like truth. But the truth is, I was never bad. I was just hurting. I was just trying to survive in a world that expected me to fail. You act out once and it sticks to you forever. No one ever asks, why did he do that? No one ever sees the kid behind the label. But I've always been more than that. More than what teachers thought. More than what my record said. More than what strangers assumed. There were nights I cried alone, wishing I could be someone different. Someone people believed in. But eventually I stopped waiting for someone to believe in me. I decided to believe in myself. Music became my way out. Not out of my neighborhood, but out of the box they put me in. Every lyric I write, every note I sing is a piece of me saying, you don't get to define me anymore. I didn't come here tonight for fame. I didn't come here for validation. I came here for that kid who's still being called trouble. For the kid who thinks they'll never be more than their mistakes. I'm here to prove that labels don't define us. What we do with them does. So when I step on that stage, I'm not just singing a song, I'm telling my story. I'm speaking for everyone who's ever been written off. I'm finally speaking for myself, because I'm not the bad kid. I'm not broken. I'm not what they said I was. I'm Marquis Thomas, and I'm more than your label.
They wrote my story before I could write my name. Said I'd be nothing but anger and blame. Pointed fingers, closed the door. Never asked what I was fighting for. I walked through halls with my head held low. Every whisper said, he's gonna blow. But I was just a boy with dreams and pain, trying to find sunshine in the pouring rain. But I'm still here, I'm still breathing. Through every scar I found my meaning. You don't know me, just what you've heard, but I'm due limit in your words. I'm more than your label, more than your name. I'm not your mistake, I'm not your shame. You can't box me in, you can call me wrong, but I'll break free with every song. I'm not who you made me out to be. I'm more than your label, I'm finally me. You saw a rebel, never saw the hurt. Judge me fast, never saw my worth. I needed love, you gave me fear. I screamed out loud, but no one had hear. But I kept walking step by step. Carried dreams you thought I'd forget. Turned my silence into sound. Now I'm gonna shake this whole world down. I'm gonna shake this whole world down. I'm not a threat, I'm not your fear. I'm just a voice you need to hear. I won't fade out, I won't erase. I've earned this light, I found my place. I'm more than your label, more than your name. on the stage. I'm not your shame. You can try to change what you can't see, but you can't take the fight from me. I'm not who you made me out to be. More than your label, I'm finally
Wow. We see a lot of performers on this stage. Some come with talent, some come with stories, but it's rare, so rare, to witness someone who brings both and turns them into something that stops the entire room. What you just did wasn't just a performance, it was a breakthrough, it was a release, it was a message that I think millions of people out there needed to hear tonight. From the first word you sang, I could feel that this wasn't just about music for you. This was your truth, this was your life, this was you taking every label, every assumption, every time someone looked at you and said, you're not enough, and turning it into power, into purpose. You didn't just sing a song, you shattered a stereotype. You didn't just stand on this stage. You stood up to every person who ever tried to write your ending before you began. I think what moved me the most was that you didn't ask for sympathy. You didn't come out here trying to prove something. You just were, and in being yourself, in showing your raw emotion, your voice, your pain, your triumph, you proved everything. I looked around this room and I saw people holding back tears. Some didn't even bother holding them back. Because what you did, it wasn't just brave, it was necessary. And I want to say something very clearly. Tonight, you didn't just erase the label they gave you, you redefined it. You turned bad kid into brilliant man. You turned judgment into artistry. And there are young people watching this show right now who feel exactly like you did, misunderstood, boxed in, written off. And because of you, they're going to believe they can be more. So thank you, Marquis. Thank you for trusting us with your story. Thank you for trusting the world with your voice. And thank you for reminding all of us that no matter what we've been called, we are never limited by someone else's words. You didn't just perform tonight. You freed yourself. And in doing so, you set others free too.